before this day, I didn't eat like nine days.
Oh, can you tell us why?
Ever dreamed of swapping your nutritious breakfast for a crisp, refreshing can of Red Bull for 9 straight days? Or perhaps you fantasized about your fairy tale romance beginning with a stalker. Welcome to the beautifully balanced life of Nevada, the influencer who's rewriting the rules on what's healthy, normal, and perfectly safe. Spoiler, she's not exactly setting a great example, but who's counting?
So my morning starts with buying a Red Bull.
Cheers. I'm obsessed with Red Bull. For me, it's like addiction. Every morning I drink Red Bull.
Because who needs actual food, right? If you've somehow missed out on Nevada, also known as Veronica Coste, then congratulations, you've somehow outsmarted the TikTok algorithm. This Russian Barbie, with her glamorous chaos, has effortlessly carved her spot in millions of young people's feeds. She's mastered the art of cryptic captions and moody staring contests with the camera lens, always leaving you questioning if she's either a visionary or just really bored. And of course, it wouldn't be authentic influencer content without blending reality and chaos in a perfect storm of confusion and clickbait. But what's behind this perfectly curated mask might just be the influencer industry's biggest cautionary tale. And trust me, we've got plenty of material to work with here. Nevada didn't rocket to fame all by herself. She strategically positioned herself within a group of creators known for their, let's just call it, adult-oriented content. And sure, adults doing adult things isn't exactly newsworthy, but here's the kicker. Nevada's main fan base? It's mostly teens, kids, people who still think algebra is torture. But no worries, I'm sure teenagers being influenced by suggestive adult content is totally safe and appropriate, because obviously the best way to guide impressionable youth is to casually normalize adult entertainment. Great job, Nevada. Parenting goals? Right there. And speaking of parenting goals, Nevada takes healthy eating to a completely new level. Forget kale smoothies or avocado toast. Nevada's breakfast of choice is an ice-cold Red Bull, casually mentioned like it's a fresh-pressed juice. And if you think that's quirky, wait until you hear about her fasting routine. According to Nevada, eating every day is so overrated. Skipping meals for 9 days due to stress isn't a cause for concern. It's clearly an aspirational lifestyle choice. Shockingly, her comments overflow with impressionable teens praising this dangerous behavior, practically idolizing the concept of turning starvation into an aesthetic. Because if there's anything we needed in the influencer world, it's the glamorization of unhealthy relationships with food. But hey, maybe you're thinking, okay, her diet advice is questionable, but surely she makes up for it in her relationship advice. Spoiler alert, no. Imagine having your privacy invaded, feeling unsafe, and turning it into a whimsical love story. Romantic, right? Nevada certainly thinks so.
If you got a choice to either go on a date with your ex or your stalker, what would you do? Right? So today I'm getting ready to meet my stalker. This sounds insane, but yes.
He really likes her.
He's literally a psycho.
No, he's actually obsessed with her.
We're literally talking about the stalker.
Hi, my name is Nevada and I'm going on a date with stalker.
Because nothing screams romantic comedy more than criminal harassment, right? This isn't just irresponsible, it's downright harmful. Normalizing something as terrifying as stalking not only disrespects real victims, but sends the worst possible message to her young viewers. But hey, anything for content, right? At this point, you might be wondering, is all this drama and controversy just accidental? Or does Nevada know exactly what she's doing? Let's dive into her brilliant business model. Manufactured chaos. Nevada's content blurs the line so expertly between reality and fantasy that even Sherlock Holmes would struggle to separate truth from clickbait. Whether she's crying over a breakup or casually turning stalkers into Prince Charming, each video leaves just enough uncertainty to keep viewers hooked. She dangles enough truth to feel authentic, but always leaves the audience questioning what's real. It's genius, if by genius you mean deeply manipulative. There's no clear labeling, no fiction tag, no separation between reality and satire. Her TikTok feed is a wild mix of real story times and absurd fantasy skits. 1 minute she's crying over a breakup, and the next she's pretending her stalker is her boyfriend. Of course, her fans leap to her defense. After all, what's a little emotional manipulation among friends? This brand of carefully curated chaos is precisely what keeps Nevada relevant and profitable, even if it comes at the expense of vulnerable viewers' trust and emotional stability. But hey, influencers gotta influence, right? Now you might be thinking, sure, it's questionable content, but it's just social media. It's harmless, right? Surprise, surprise, it's not harmless. It might come as a shocking revelation, but romanticizing toxic behaviors and lifestyles actually has, well, toxic consequences. Who knew? Porn stars and sex workers have the highest rates of suicide, depression. It's harming them, but don't just take it from me. Look at the comments flooding Nevada's posts. Impressionable young fans openly admit to mimicking her unhealthy behaviors. We're talking teens casually joking about living off vitamins and Red Bull, as if malnutrition is just another viral trend, because apparently this generation needed a little extra push toward an unhealthy relationship with food and body image. Thanks, Nevada. Your contribution is duly noted. But here's the thing, there's an incredibly simple solution. A magical button on your screen that could revolutionize your mental health. It's called unsubscribe. If a creator's content leaves you feeling confused, manipulated, or, dare I say it, worse about yourself, it's not content, it's digital poison.
You have the power to control what you watch, right? These types of people, like I always say, the more attention you give them, the more you let them win. Do not recommend, do not follow, do not interact, full stop.
Radical concept, isn't it? If toxic influencers won't take accountability, the viewers need to step in and use their collective power. Demand better! Curate a feed that doesn't just glamorize chaos for clicks, but actually inspires you in a genuinely positive way. Yes, believe it or not, it's possible. To be fair, Nevada isn't the first influencer to blur these lines, and sadly, she probably won't be the last. The algorithm rewards controversy and chaos, but here's a thought. Maybe Nevada could pivot toward influencing responsibly. Wild concept, I know. Instead of romanticizing trauma or starvation, genuinely healthy habits and real conversations about mental health. And to Nevada directly, yes, you, it's not too late. Your millions of followers are proof of your incredible potential for influence. Imagine using that to actually improve lives, instead of leaving viewers confused, stressed, or worse, mimicking destructive habits. You can be glamorous and healthy. It's not an either-or scenario. If you've made it this far, you've realized that social media isn't just about entertainment. It has real impacts. Nevada's story is a cautionary tale. Just because something is packaged beautifully doesn't mean it's good for you. Be picky about who you follow and what you consume. Because believe it or not, your mental health matters more than viral trends and influencer drama. If content makes you feel worse after watching it, that's not content, that's poison. You have the power to choose what you consume. If you found this eye-opening, or even just amusingly sarcastic, hit subscribe. We tackle internet drama so you don't have to. Speaking of which, click here to see our next video where we gently critique another totally wholesome influencer making headlines for all the wrong reasons. See you there.
If you got a choice to either go on a date with your ex or your stalker, what would you do? Right? So today I'm getting ready to meet my stalker. This sounds insane, but yes.
He really likes her.
He's literally a psycho.
No, he's actually obsessed with her.
We're literally talking about the stalker.
Hi, my name is Nevada and I'm going on a date with Stalker.